Today we're making some homegrown comfort food. David Zimmer is here from Homegrown Ontario to show us a couple of recipes. Welcome back.
Well, thanks, Nancy.
This smells really good. What are you making?
We are making some Homegrown Ontario veal stroganoff, and it's a great midweek meal, one pot and very quick. So it's kind of perfect when you're on the fly.
Yeah, we all like that.
And it's really tasty and is actually relatively low in fat and makes a great meal. So it's quick. So we basically start off with, I browned some Ontario veal scallopini, just cut into pieces. So that only takes 1 or 2 minutes.
Because it's very thin.
Very thin, yeah. So it cooks quick. And then here I've just got some mushrooms that we're browning up. And when those are all brown, you're going to cook your pasta right in the same pot. So in goes some chicken stock.
Great. Right
in there. And then egg noodles, which are great with this dish, and they're quick. So those
they
just
cook
go in there.
in just a few minutes, right?
Just a few minutes.
Not as much as regular pasta.
They really don't take very long. But we probably still don't want to sit here and watch pasta cook. So through the miracle of television, we're going to switch these out. And this is our...
Boy, that was fast.
Yep.
All right.
Isn't it? You'll notice the noodles are different in this one, too.
Can you tip that to the camera just a little? There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, when that gets going, we're just going to pop in some broccoli, little florets.
And it's raw? You haven't done anything
It's raw
with
at
that?
this point, yes. And so we're basically just going to steam it just till it's just barely tender with the noodles and get those going. So I'm going to put the lid on that for a sec.
Okay.
And we brought along something else as well. That uses great local product, and this is a super easy.
Look at this.
It's kind of an Irish-style soda bread.
Ooh, it's heavy.
It's heavy with goodness. It's got some lots of old Ontario cheese in it, and some great Montreal smoked bacon from Stemler's in Heidelberg. So bacon, cheese, bread. It's pretty good.
Okay, and you have a website. People can get the recipe for that and the stroganoff, right?
Absolutely, at homegrownontario.ca. Tons of recipes, and they all come with nutritional analysis on them. So if you have any concerns, it tells you exactly what's in them.
Very good.
And we're basically here, Homegrown Ontario, we're just trying to promote Ontario-grown meats. So sometimes at the grocery store, it's hard to tell one from another. Look for our logo. It's a little red barn, and you can make the choice and say, hey, I'd rather buy something that's raised by a farmer that might just be in my own neighborhood.
And then it's fresher because it hasn't come from miles and miles away.
Exactly. I mean, it's so top of mind now. Why would you have something that's from around the globe or another country when we're right in the middle of it right here, and you're going to get the best stuff, best flavor.
And a lot of times, even if you go to a farmer's market, like we've got a couple of them around here, they're not necessarily local people, so you might have to ask or look for that.
Yeah, and again, some places if you don't see the logo, ask. The meat manager is always happy to talk to people. They're generally lonely back there in their caravan. So now our broccoli, I think that's looking pretty good. I'm going to turn this down a stitch.
That's steamed up in a hurry.
Yeah, and then there's the veal that we put in, that we browned earlier, goes back in. Just toss that around a little bit. And basically finish it with some sour cream to make the stroganoff happen.
So if you used light sour cream, you'd be even better, right?
Yes. And there's all kinds of other tricks, too. I mean, with your chicken stock, if you want to use a low-sodium variety of chicken stock, you can really control what gets into the dish to make a super healthy option. This is it. And you just toss that all around. And you got great. You've got your pasta, you've got some veg, some delicious veal, and dinner is done. That's about it there.
Very nice.
I'd probably put more sour cream in there.
Here's the TV finished version. And what did you sprinkle on top there?
Oh, just a little parsley on top.
Okay.
I even mix some in sometimes. Here,
yeah.
Some more.
Okay.
And that's great. I mean, if you had that with a slice of this bread. This bread also, people are often daunted by bread making, yeast and rising and temperature. It's not that way. It's a soda bread. So you don't use any added yeast. It's just flour and baking soda and baking powder, pardon me. And it just gets mixed up almost like a big thick batter, and pop it in the oven and it's done. Your house smells great.
It looks great. And if you had that and that, you'd be comforted. Definitely.
That might last a little while anyway. But again, check out our website, homegrownontario.ca. There are many recipes. They're all beautifully designed as well. They have some great recipe developers there who put stuff together for fancy weekend stuff for quick middle of the week eating.
Okay, thanks for coming in and showing us how to make that.
Thank you.
All right, well, ahead in sports, medals for local ice dance